Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What's up? It's your boy Kree back at it again with another Borderlands 3 video. In this Borderlands 3 video, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be going over some like my class mods that I have like stored in my vault and stuff, and like some of the main ones that I use. Although most of this video is gonna be on Flak here and on my Moze. I do have like a good amount of stuff in here in my my vault and my bank, and most of my good class mods that I use are obviously going to be on the characters that I use the most. I'll probably hop on my Zane and my Amara anyways just to show what I have on there, but we're going to be mostly going over all the class mods that I have in my bank, which honestly I'm pretty sure like initially like I did a pretty decent clean like sweep through these, but even still they're still probably some of the most like ones that I hoard the most, and that's even after a sweep of cleaning house like about I'd say at least like 2 weeks ago now. I was at like hovering at 400 and filled on every single character. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead, open up the inventory. So the ones I'm gonna have on my Flak, I hoard so many different types of class mods. They're like very similar, but just in case I want to use it, and like it'll be more useful with like the specific gun and stuff. Real quick, I guess I'll go ahead and go over the one that I have right here on me. So whoops, let me not be dumb here. So here we go, we have our Cosmic Stalker. This was the one that I used in the last video on the Atlas Flak, whatever the fuck it was. But it was just us messing things up with the OPQ systems. We have 28% weapon damage, 51% Atlas weapon crit, and 11% Atlas weapon damage. Obviously, very good combo for a OPQ system or any Atlas weapon in general. Just there's only really one good Atlas weapon, at least for the time being. We'll get the carrier. Hopefully whenever they begin to start scaling Mayhem 10 a little bit on the 4th, so we'll see, we'll come back to that one. I don't want to be rambling too much on every single class mode because we'll be here for like 30 minutes and I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so here's this stack bot. This is a very useful stack bot for any generic weapon, just overall. I use this one a lot with the Monarch. It completely dumps all over Wotan's face. It's amazing, I love it. Here you have this one here, another insanely good stack bot for Jacob's weapons. Jacob's weapons and Flak are like a match made in heaven. 2 peas in a pod, gravy on rice, stuff like that, ketchup, chicken and fries. Okay, what am I talking about? Yeah, this stack bot is just really good, especially like whenever the Maggie gets you know, back to its former greatness. An absolute death singer. Yeah, that's an adjective. Okay, yeah, moving on. Obviously this is a very good stack bot. This is the one from Jolt's dude. Deputy Flak build. Yeah. Obviously very good stack bot here. Then here's this one. I kind of keep this one for whenever just obviously for a shotgun. The Insider, actually this was pretty nice to play with before Mayhem 10 came out, but whenever the Insider gets a little bit buffed. I mean, this is really good with a lob. Like honestly, this is like a reason why I have this one is for a lob. But yeah, it's just I don't really use it too much, but it has its purpose. You feel me? Like I don't want to get rid of this one. Obviously, this is amazing for the Jacob's weapons. This is the one that I use for the Deathlaw Flak build. Just very good overall for sure. And I think I have a lot of Jacob's weapons that are very similar, or Jacob's class ones that are very similar. Just love the Jacob weapons on Flak. Now obviously I have most of my good Flak mods on Flak and most of my good Moze class mods on Moze, and we'll swing over there later on in the video. But for now, I'm going to go mostly over the ones I have on the Flak and in the bank. Like as soon as like we go through the ones on my Flak, then we'll move over to the bank ones and stuff, and then we'll just move over to characters, and then that's when we'll be done. But anyways, yeah, here's this bounty hunter that we got here. I was using this one a lot when Gun Loves and Tentacles came out, but I haven't really used the bounty hunter that much recently just because of the Cosmic Stalker and stack bots that I've gotten. It's very nice. Yeah, very similar amazing stack bot. Yeah, and yet another very similar Jacob's class mod for Flak, just a bounty hunter version. Here's our Deadeye. This is the Deadeye that we use over on Big Bang Flak. An absolute perfect type of class mod for that type of build for a rocket Flak build. Very useful and very fun indeed. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go into the bank. Okay, so here we are. So we'll start off from the top, right? So we have our Red Fang here, a very solid Red Fang. I don't really use the Red Fang all that much just because I don't really play Gamma Burst that much. Oops, let me not be dumb here. Okay, there we go. Back to what we're talking about here. I mean, this would be good for a rocket type of build over on a Gamma Gamma Burst build, but I like to run fadeaway builds a lot, so the Deadeye just is a lot nicer for me to use for that. But you know, this would still be a very good class mod to use for a Gamma Burst. Then here's we have a good amount of Blast Masters, although I would say I have a lot more better Bloodletters and Minesweepers for Moze, and I definitely have a good amount of Sappers too. I just don't use a Sapper that much, mainly because I found like ever since Moze got the buffs on Mayhem 2.0's like launch, we've got like I just found more use out of the Bloodletter once again, like a big surge. Especially the Minesweeper is also really good with the Chaos and stuff. But I mean, I still have a good amount of these Sappers. I would say my green monsters are actually kind of a bit lacking, just a little bit compared to my other ones that we have. But I mean, you can see we have a decent amount of solid class mods for sure, indeed. But like I have a lot of like really good Bloodletters and stuff like that. This one will be really good for, you know, an OPQ and stuff. Once again, another pretty decent Sapper. A lot of Hyperion weapon crit ones with shotgun damage, just screaming for me to use a Reflux. Then we have something like this would be really good for you know, Santox, especially with the 3 into desperate measures, and then splash weapon magazine size and sniper rifle damage, bro. And then this is obviously really good for the Rocket Bruiser that we use, splash damage, weapon damage, and heavy weapon damage, perfectly rolled with the 3 into desperate measures. Yeah, whenever that happens, you get the 100% gun damage at the time, especially with those types of passives. It's just really good, dude. You know, this one would be really good for, you know, Jacob's pistol. You know, you get my saying, like, you know, Jacob's pistol damage. You see the passives. Oh, that's Amara. You know, like it has flat weapon damage, so you know, yeah, I kept it. You know, here's a Rocketeer that, you know, I might use at some point. You know, just keep it just in case. Obviously, that's a really good Minesweeper for sure. Here's this one, another good bounty hunter for, you know, an OPQ system for sure. It'd be pretty solid Deadeye once again. Just decent. Whenever they have decent passes, I don't really throw them away. That's why I hoard a lot of these, as you can see. Flat weapon damage I don't really have that many good Amara, so like the passives that I need like on Amara class mods, I'm not as stingy with as with like Moze or Flak ones for sure. That's a pretty solid Red Fang for Jacob's weapons once again. This is a pretty nice Seeing Dead, for sure. You know, it's a pretty decent Cold War. I don't really know that much for Zan. You know, I look at the passes, I'm like, yeah, I'll keep that. You know what I'm saying? Here's another decent stack bot. Stuff like this. I mean, you get what I'm saying. There's our Cosmic Stalker. I mean, like, I have a lot of really good Cosmic Stalkers, so this one doesn't get as much use, but, you know, it's still decent. Rack Pack. I don't really use the Rack Pack as much as we did before Mayhem 2.0. I just feel like the racks are a little bit more squishy. Like a Rack Flak is a lot more squishy than like fadeaway ones and Gamma Burst builds are these days. So I haven't really just played with a Rack Attack build all that much is what I'm getting at here. Good Minesweeper for sure. You know, especially I keep some with cryo resistance. You know, something like that, just because I don't like cryo at all. I hate getting cryoed. You know that if you see some of my stuff, I complain about getting cryoed all the time. So, you know, I keep some of those just in case I ever want to really use it. You know, I just have it on hand, or at least in the vault at some sort of point I want to pull it out. Yeah, this Baby Boomer at the time was the only one that could roll extra means of destruction. So I kept it just for that reason alone. Then we have something like with the stack bot, you know what I'm saying, stuff like this. I mean, they're pretty decent class mods. You know, this one, you know, a little bit outdated. 53, 52. I mean, well, they have decent passives, especially this one has pretty decent passives. Here we go, another stack bot, Red Fang. You know, I mean, you get my point and stuff. You know, this Deadeye is just interesting. I kept it. I hoard a lot of class mods, as you can see. This Cosmic Stalker I find is real nice, especially if I'm using all those types of passives for sure. You know, pretty decent. I used to use this one a lot, even it only being level 50 and stuff. I still use it just because its passives are really unique and I like them. But I hoard so many like flat glass mods, for real. Like, I mean, it runs deep. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead, hop over to the class mods that we have over on Moze. But we're not gonna be hopping into the bank anymore at all. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so here we are over on Moze. As you can see here, we do store a crud load of blood letters just naturally. So we'll go ahead over to the one that I have equipped here. This was one that I was initially going to play with for an Atlas Moze build for an OPQ system at some point, but I really haven't gotten too much around to that. We over here we have this one, for Dolly Moze, a really solid class mod with the splash damage, weapon damage, and all weapon damage for sure. Then we have another very similar rocket. We have a lot of those blood letters. I have a lot of those blood letters because those are really good, and a lot of people want some of those. But yeah, this blood letter is so good, is what I'm saying. Then we have this one, another one similar for an Atlas build for Moze with the OPQ system. This one I found was just a little bit interesting. I keep stuff for any type of reason. Very good minesweeper, for sure. For anything. Like, yeah, we keep a lot of blood letters around here, you get my point. Another minesweeper, really good. Blastmaster, this was a fun Blastmaster for the Kibsworth, but the Kibsworth kind of stinks right now, so yeah. This is like my only really solid green monster, is this one. Yeah, very solid for sure. And then here is our other blood letter, 53. This was one that I used on some of the rocket builds first in the Mayhem 10 before I got the perfect ones. Where is this one at? Before I was using that one before I got this one, which is what I'm saying. But yeah, let's go ahead, hop over to Zane and show over the only like one seeing dead that I have over on him. Okay, so here we are over on Zane. Here's one of my only good seeing deads. Very solid for sure for redistributors, obviously. And then another seeing dead. I don't have diversity, guys. My Zane is very basic right now. Is that all I have? Yeah, that's all I have. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to Amara. Okay, so here we are over on Amara and stuff. Real quick, let's go ahead, run through it. Here's our face circer. Yeah, this is for Pain Amp, obviously. This is Pain Amp Amara. This was the last time that I was actually on my Siren. I don't really play Amara that often, so yeah. Here's another good phase zerker that we have. Mostly just phase zerkers. My spiritual drivers isn't really all there and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, come on, what is that? Anyway, so guys, that's actually just about wrap up the video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, then go ahead, drop your load on that like button and subscribe if you are new. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and give that bell down there a bit of a love tap for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, my name is Kree, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.